always wanted to do a film with Vidyut. I've been a fan for a long time. I have.
Let me enjoy this.
I did.
Please let me. मैं शुरुआत करूँगा अपनी माँ से, वो भी क्रैक हैं.
मैं हमेशा चाहता था कि एक अच्छी एक्शन फिल्म करूँ, बहुत ही बढ़िया एक्शन फिल्म. Upset when people say कि naturally तेरी बॉडी ऐसी है. अरे naturally ऐसे बॉडी किसकी होती है? कोई थोड़ी born, nobody is born like this.
Hi, this is Jaya and you're watching me on Bollywood Now. Today we are in conversation with the powerhouse of talents and the star cast of Crakk, presenting Nora Fatehi, Vidyut Jammval and Amy Jackson. Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to Bollywood Now.
Thank you.
Firstly, you all enjoying, the promotions, the interviews.
That's our favorite part. We love talking to people.
And this is my first time with the whole gang. So I'm the first interview with the whole team, except Arjun. We're waiting.
And Nora, you?
Of course, it's nice to tell everyone about the film and what went behind making the film and, connecting with the fans and the audience.
When I say Crakk, who's the first person comes in your mind? And the fourth member is not here, otherwise you would have taken their name.
Yes.
So. But if I can talk about the Crakk, Jeetegaa Toh Jiyegaa. Kaise hua? How did it happen to you all guys? And what was your first thing to bring such a huge budget film to the audience?
So Aditya Dutt and I worked on Commando 3 before, and we had a desire to make like a very, very big action movie. I'm talking about big in terms of not only the scale, like creating new stunts. Then Dutt came with the script and the idea, and I was very inspired by one particular scene that I had watched on the internet. And it's from the slums of Dharavi. It's about a train sequence, and we built on that, and hence we came ahead with the first extreme sport movie out of India.
And Nora, to you, when it had came to you, what was in your mind to accept this?
I just took a narration from Adi sir, and as soon as he described the kind of stunts that were taking place, I think immediately as he said that this is going to be the first extreme sports action film, I'm like, wow, I want to be a part of a first. I want to be a part of something new, something different. And then as he narrated the script to me and the story, I was like, oh, I can't miss out on this. It just sounds so explosive. It sounds like a world I want to be a part of.
And Amy, to you?
Very similar to Nora in that sense. The narration blew me away. And I was very keen to enter into the action genre, and no better person to do it with than Vidyut and Arjun. And then we have the glamour and gorgeousness of Nora. So when I heard the concoction and also got the feel for Aditya, he's, that young generation of directors, fresh, clear vision, and it was just a whole package that I wanted to be a part of.
They made you learn the action?
Yeah, well, luckily enough, as fate has it, I did train a little bit. Once I had my little boy, I trained in boxing and kickboxing and a bit of Muay Thai, not to VJ's level, but I had a little bit of a background, but I had to amp it up, obviously, for the film itself.
In movie, there is one scene जहाँ पे Nora और आप second floor से गिरे भी हैं.
जी.
And I would like to know about that.
So it's a rollerblading sequence, और इसमें हम दोनों के एक साथ बांधा हुआ है. We had to practice a lot because we were supposed to do it together.
Yeah.
Like it's not easy, but it's a little easier to rollerblade alone. But when you have somebody tied to you, then she will tell you the rest.
Ooh. Oh my God, I don't even want to remember. My butt hurts just thinking about it.
The first time I met VJ was in Poland, and we were having kind of a round table about the rest of the week and the shooting schedule, and he zoomed in on these rollerblades, and I was like, okay. So that kind of set the tone for the film.
I had to, see, like he said, when you rollerblade alone, you have your own speed, control, stability, but when you're tied, connected with a rope, you have to be on the same page, literally, right? So if he's going on a certain speed, I have to match up. If he stops suddenly, I have to be able to stop suddenly too. So there was a lot of that, which was really nerve-wracking. There were a lot of moments.
And not rollerblading on just a regular
surface. Yeah, we're not
surface.
and I had said that at the trailer launch, it's two type of, you're not supposed to be rollerblading on surface, which is not, smooth, right? So we rollerbladed on surface that had potholes everywhere, cracks everywhere, big ass holes, we're just rollerblading across like train tracks and stuff. It was crazy. And I don't know about VJ, but for me, I was like, I don't want to be someone who says, no, I'm not going to rollerblade like this. I need safety. I need this. I need a concrete truck to come and put concrete all over this and let's wait and try. There's no room for that. There's no time for that. You have to do what you have to do. And it just adds to the ruggedness of the film, and it makes it feel more real. So there were moments where I fell, and when I fell, because we had a rope tied to each other, he wasn't aware I fell. No, he wasn't aware. He wasn't aware.
I'm going down, you're coming with me.
I wish. No, he wasn't aware, and he kept going, and he was going really fast, so he dragged me across the concrete.
And Vidyut ko pata nahi tha?
No, he would have noticed like probably 5 seconds or 6 seconds after. But even for you to stop, you can't stop suddenly when you're on rollerblades so fast, right? So that takes also time. By that time, my whole ass got dragged across the concrete. It was so terrible. But that's the kind of things that you have to do to get a certain shot, right? Even us jumping off the second, it was not second, it was like a third or fourth floor. It felt like that. Wow. We did that so many times because it's a timing thing, right? Coming out through that window at the same time, having the right body language, the posture, the landing, all that happened. And that too, landing on wheels.
Not
right?
landing, falling.
Falling, but you know.
And the dialogue then I have to say to her immediately after falling is, "Tum theek ho?"
Yeah, like,
and she's like, yeah.
I'm fine, you gotta get up and then start rollerblading quickly, because we're being chased by man-eating dogs. So you can imagine how crazy that was.
Right. Vidyut, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूँगी, फिल्म का टाइटल है क्रैक. तो ये कैसे आया आपके दिमाग में? And how did it come to you that कि क्रैक हम रखते हैं, जीतेगा तो जिएगा, and then what it is all about, क्रैक?
दरअसल जब हम लोग बात कर रहे थे, क्रैक मेरे ख्याल से एक बहुत पॉजिटिव कॉनोटेशन, और मैं अक्सर बोलता हूँ कि मैं शुरुआत करूँगा अपनी माँ से, वो भी क्रैक हैं, क्योंकि जब मैं एक्शन सीक्वेंस जाता हूँ करने के लिए सुबह निकलता हूँ, वो पूजा में बैठ जाती हैं कि मेरे बेटे को कुछ हो ना जाए. Until the time I pack up, she's sitting in the room praying to God. I think she's quite cracked. Like, मैं तो हुई, वो भी हैं. वैसे ही I have friends who go to work in the morning. I'm talking about a friend of mine who works in the corporate house. Leaves at about 9. She has a 3-year-old son. She comes back home at 9, then plays with the kid. And this is madness, nuts, crack. Look at her, she's got a son. She works the way she does. She takes care of the son, does everything that a parent can do. These are unhinged people, but in a positive way. So हर आदमी crack है. इस बार हम दिखाना चाहते हैं कि crack normal है.
That's the good concept actually. अगर मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूँ कि ये सारे कास्ट को एक साथ लाने में, what was in your, because you're producer also, तो what was in your mind कि we need Nora, we need Amy, and we need Arjun sir. तो इन सब का कैसे हुआ?
To start with Arjun, Aditya Dutt को लगता था कि we need somebody who can look equally powerful while doing action with me. So we had a list of people. The moment Arjun came onto the mind, we were like, we have to work with him. Then he had to agree with the script. That was Arjun. With Nora, we needed somebody who would really come on set and work. Apart from looking drop-dead gorgeous and all the other prerequisites, genuinely a hard-working person. We needed somebody who would come, because this is an action movie, you have to work on the set for about 10 hours. Like, not only just come do your makeup, and then she came, she put in everything. So it was a great investment of thought. Amy, just like that, she's just beautiful. No, we needed somebody who was English, really, and could speak Hindi also. She's done a lot of great movies in the past, and for us to convince her was the most difficult job because she's very choosy. She does work. So the moment she said yes, we were convinced that she's going to put in the hard work with everything, the language, and she's excellent.
Because he said that you're very pick when you're choosing the script. You pick the script. So how do you were convinced for this?
Touching on that, I'm very conscious of time and where I place my time these days. So for a film to really catch my attention, it has to have the full package. And number one, I always wanted to do a film with Vidyut. I've been a fan for a long time. I have.
Let me enjoy this.
I did.
Please let me enjoy this.
And I was like, and I thought, if I'm gonna do an action film, it has to be with him. So I kind of put that into the universe a while back. And then obviously this opportunity came about, and I'm not gonna tell them, but I kind of already made my mind up. I was like, I'm gonna do that film. But when I got the narration, when I heard it from the writer, they also padded the role out slightly because I don't know whether you'd locked on somebody. They were trying to find like a foreign girl. So here I am. And I put the input with the Hindi It's been a few years.
Was the language barrier for you any time?
Well, no, because it was very part and parcel of the character. And obviously I lived in Mumbai for so long. I've done so many Hindi films and worked in Tamil and Telugu. So I had great support. It was a very comfortable set. It was great direction, great writing, very cool dialogues, and also bouncing off Vijay. You know, primarily my scenes are with him. So we had a great rapport and also a very laid-back atmosphere, which helps because obviously you get a little bit nervous and, you know, apprehensive. First time back in Bollywood for a while, but it was so smooth sailing.
Wow, that's great. Nora, if I talk about you and your journey, you know, you're always into something. Either it's music, either it's producing the video singles or dance. And now it's a lead you're coming back, you know. How do you see your journey and how it has evolved you as an actor?
I feel so blessed to be able to have all my eggs in different baskets and having the experience of that, because each department, like each lane that I take, whether it's, you know, the music videos, the international singles, the Hindi song, the songs in films, or the supporting roles that I was doing in films like in Batla House and Street Dancer, every time I wrap up that experience, I take so many lessons home with me as an artist, as a businesswoman. And I was just waiting for my chance in the industry to start doing lead roles. And it just happened that last year was the year where I started shooting back-to-back films as a lead. I started off with Madgaon Express, then I went into Vidyut's film, and then I went into Be Happy, and now I'm doing a Telugu film. So this is my time right now, and I'm so glad it happened now and it didn't happen before, because I don't think I was ready before. I think now this is the time where I'm ready, language-wise, understanding-wise, understanding cinema, understanding how it is to be on set, how to shoot. It wouldn't be better any other way. I'm just glad this happened now.
Timing is everything.
This timing is everything, and you don't really think about it before. Like you're always, you're always like, no, I want it now. I want it now. You're so impatient, but you don't realize that it's like God has His own plan, right? And it's only for the betterment of you and your positioning. And now it's all about transitioning. So I feel like the audience gets used to seeing you a certain way. So now you have to slowly transition so that the audience starts to accept you in other ways too. Because when I started doing songs in films, it wasn't immediately, oh wow, she's so amazing. There was some like, oh, she's okay, she's not that great, blah, blah, blah. And it took time for people to be like, no, actually she's so amazing. So even with this journey, it will take some time for the audience to also support and accept me, but we still put in the hard work.
Wow, that's good. And it is, we have seen you in the trailer, it's just amazing, you know.
मैं आपको जादू दिखाऊं एक क्रैक लोगों का.
We are other members joining. Hi.
Sorry.
How are you?
Hi. I just got my visa for one day.
It's okay, it's fine.
now.
I'm glad they let you in.
It's okay. We have other member joining, other Crakk member joining. कैसे हो आप?
I'm good. आप कैसे हो?
मैं बढ़िया.
I'm sorry.
It's
मेरा
okay.
वीजा एक्सपायर हो गया था अंधेरी का. अभी लगा है मैं बस बॉर्डर पे खड़ा था.
I know.
आ गया immediately.
But how have you been? How are you enjoying the Crack's promotion, interviews?
Interviews अभी दर्शकों तक पहुंचाना है, तो किस तरीके से make them understand कि हम what we went through is what's important.
क्योंकि अर्जुन, हम आपको काफ़ी समय बाद देख रहे हैं, यू नो, पर्दे पे वापस. तो कितना आपने सोचा कि ये करना चाहिए हमें, अब हमें ये करना चाहिए, या फॉर योर रोल?
नहीं, मैंने इतना सोचा नहीं था कि यही करना है. ये एक्चुअली जब फिल्म आई थी मेरे पास, रियली डियर फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन ब्रॉट इट टू मी, जो विद्युत के भी बहुत ही करीबी दोस्त हैं. तो वो उन्होंने कहा था कि एक बहुत ही बढ़िया स्क्रिप्ट है ये, तो मैं उनके स्क्रिप्ट पे इतना विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ, उसके स्क्रिप्ट सेंस पे, मगर वो बहुत ही करीबी दोस्त थे मेरे. और मैं सोचा कि मैं फंस गया हूँ अभी, मुझे ये फिल्म करनी पड़ेगी और ये बिल्कुल बकवास स्क्रिप्ट होगी, पता नहीं क्या होगा, कैसी स्क्रिप्ट होने वाली. तो मैं बहुत नर्वस था. मगर जब आदित्य आए पराग के साथ मेरे घर पे, तो उस वक्त मैंने आदित्य से कहा कि कहानी सुना दो. आदित्य भी रेडी नहीं थे क्योंकि पराग ने उनको बताया नहीं था कि नरेशन होने वाला है. उन्होंने बोला बस ऐसे मुलाकात होने वाली है, हाय हेलो होने वाली. तो आदित्य भी थोड़े फिक्स में थे और पराग उठ के चले गए वहाँ से, बोले मुझे फ़ोन करना. तो नाउ आई वाज इवन मोर नर्वस. But when Aditya started to narrate to me the story, I was like, wow, this is so refreshing, you know. और उन्होंने फिर अपना लैपटॉप खोला और मुझे दिखाया कि किस तरीके से विद्युत and he had designed all these action sequences and action pieces, and there was a lot of research that had gone into it. And I was so relieved, but now I was excited क्योंकि I was like, wow, now this is a proper action film. मैं हमेशा चाहता था कि एक अच्छी action film करूँ, you know, बहुत ही बढ़िया action film करूँ, and I think Crakk has been that film.
You have done body transformation as well for this movie, if I'm sure about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to talk कि हम ना पर्दे के पीछे तो हम जानते ही हैं कि
Natural.
He worked hard. ये सही है, बिल्कुल सही बोल रहे हैं, उन्होंने बहुत मेहनत की है बॉडी बनाने के लिए, ऐसी थोड़ी ट्रेलर में दिख रही है।
ऐसे नहीं बनती।
She is right.
Yeah. So I want to know about it कि हम पर्दे के पीछे तो नहीं देख पाते कि कितना मेहनत लगता है, बस हम एक्शन एंजॉय करते हैं जब हम मूवी देखते हैं. But I want to know from you कितना मेहनत लगा.
I also want to know.
Yeah.
I thought you were like that naturally.
Vidyut is in my
He
party.
is, but he worked a little harder.
नहीं यार, देखिए
I thought both
क्या
of you were like that
देखिए क्या
naturally.
होता है
Born like that, right?
जब लोग यही प्रॉब्लम होता है. When I get very upset when people say कि naturally तेरी बॉडी ऐसी है. अरे naturally ऐसे बॉडी किसकी होती है? कोई थोड़ी born, nobody is born like that. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of discipline. It's a lot of years and years of investment in your body that finally gets you into a category जहाँ आप fit हो सकते हो, you know, और you can maintain it. अगर तो मुझे बहुत गुस्सा आता है जब लोग बोलते हैं कि यार तो ऐसे ही पैदा ही हुआ होता है ऐसे.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that.
That's not.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant like, she means like for the movie you did a transformation. I thought that before the movie you were already like that.
Like, I mean, Nora just came out dancing only, you know what I mean, into the world.
I think so. I came out of my mom. I was like, yes,
The shimmy.
let's do this.
तो I don't think कि कोई भी फिल्म है जहाँ पर you don't have to put in the work. In anything in life, you know, जब आप फिल्म कर रहे हो तो जब लोग बोलते हैं मैंने बहुत मेहनत की फिल्म में, तो आप क्या उधर सोने आए थे? आप क्या करने आए थे? मेहनत ही तो करने आए थे. एंड जब ऐसी फिल्में आती हैं विच आर फिज़िकली वेरी वेरी चैलेंजिंग, जहाँ पर आपको पता है कि आप खुद के स्टंट्स करना चाहते हो या फिर करने पड़ेंगे भी, you know, और एक्शन भी उस लेवल का होगा, इंटेंसिटी जो होगी एक्शन की, जब तो आपको पता है कि इंजरी के भी जो चांसेस हैं वो बढ़ जाते हैं. नाउ इफ़ यू आर फिट वो थोड़े कम हो जाते हैं चांसेस, यू नो, यू विल गेट इंजर्ड, बट इतनी बुरी, अगर इट वॉज अ बैड इंजरी इट वुड बी अ मीडियम इंजरी, यू नो, सो इट रियली डिपेंड्स लाइक दैट. तो उस तरीके से यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर फॉर अ एक्शन रोल लाइक दैट. जब विद्युत आपके सामने होता है और जब वो आपकी तरफ दौड़ के आता है तो आपकी फट जाती है लिटरली. ओके, यानी कि आप बोलते हो अरे भाई शांत हो जा, यू नो व्हाट आई मीन. मैं तो वही बोलता था विद्युत एक्शन बोलते थे, मैं बोलता विद्युत शो की बॉडी है भाई, ज़रा आराम से आना. ओके, बट ही इज़ एन एथलीट ऑफ अ डिफरेंट लेवल, यू नो. ही इज़ टू रेसल विथ हिम, टू फाइट विथ हिम एंड टू कीप दैट इंटेंसिटी गोइंग. इट्स माई ड्यूटी एज एन एक्टर for him कि I am well trained.
I agree. Thank you.
You know what I mean? It's that कि अगर मैं मिस्टर बच्चन के पास जाऊँ, you know, I have to be very very well prepared in my scene, and for any actor, not just with Mr. Bachchan, but with him, because he's such a fantastic actor, you have to raise your game. So because he's such a fantastic athlete, you know, and he's a professional athlete, इनकी जो ट्रेनिंग है, इनकी जो नॉलेज है अबाउट द ह्यूमन बॉडी, बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला मुझे. सो यू हैड टू रेज योर गेम.
For me, like I've been watching the reviews, my personal high is when people talk about his body on the screen. I love it because first they watch you and then they Google you. Like, how old is he? And like he's set a bar. There's no actor of his time who can be as fit as he is, and he just doesn't look fit. I've worked with him, and I have to say to you over that he's like a genuine athlete too. The moment he forgets that he has a son and a wife watching, he becomes that badmash athlete, and that's what I enjoyed with him a lot.
Thank you.
सिर्फ दिखाने की नहीं है, बहुत
विद्युत,
अच्छी.
क्योंकि आप एक्सपर्टीज हो मार्शल आर्ट्स में,
मुझे लगता नहीं है बिल्कुल भी, लोग बोलते हैं ऐसा.
तो क्या आपको भी कोई स्पेशल ट्रेनिंग या clinic लेना पड़ा
Yeah,
था?
everything. We trained for the rollerblades, we trained for the cycling thing. Every morning, Arjun and I used to be on the set. सुबह आते थे हम लोग दोनों अपनी साइकिल लेके घूम रहे होते थे कि करना क्या है अभी.
Movement,
Like
constant
movement.
movement, you know.
And
और
these are
जो
high-end
भी
bicycles.
हमारे properties थे, they became part of us. वो क्या होता है कि जब मैं रॉक ऑन कर रहा था तो अभिषेक कपूर ने बहुत अच्छी चीज़ मुझे बताई थी. इससे जब आप गिटार पकड़ते हो ना तो इट शुड बी एन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ योर बॉडी कि आप इतने से इट्स जस्ट अ पार्ट ऑफ यू. तो जब हम साइकिल चला रहे थे इट हैड टू बिकम एन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ अस. If you know rappelling or if you slacklining, it had to be a part of you. So that's I think the beauty of it. क्योंकि जो यहाँ पर जो action है it's very very real. It's very athletic.
Hi, this is Vidyut Jammval,
Hi, I'm Amy Jackson.
And you're watching me on Bollywood now.
and you're watching me on Bollywood now.